What's up, y'all? This Old Man. Welcome to Oldman Ways. Today I want to reach the minds of young dudes, you know what I mean? They call them the Waynes, you know. Cause you know what I mean, you don't have to do what you have to do out here just to be gangster and all of that. You know, it's ways to keep it real and just trying to prove that you gangster, you know what I mean? You can go get your education, you can go do whatever you can be whatever you want to be in life, you know. Don't let nobody stop you. And if you choose to do what you want to do in these streets, just know what it comes with it. But I'm here to help, you know, anybody that need advice, you know, you can come always holler at me, talk to me, we gonna always keep it down to earth, you know what I mean? We gonna live reality, so you know what I mean? It's people that been through tornadoes last year, people in homeless shelters, you know what I mean? People that's losing their houses from house fires in the winter, people sleeping on bus stops, you know, I feel y'all, so I understand because I come from Larry Rice, Salvation Army, St. Vincent, cold bologna sandwiches, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing new under the sun, so you feel me? So that's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah, you painted the perfect picture, bro. Enough said, enough said.
Today I want to talk about, you know what I mean, people losing their houses and the fires and it's cold outside, you know. I've been seeing people on the news and everything, you know what I mean, they've been panicking and everything. Like, I remember back in like, I think 1999 to 2000, you know what I mean, it was about Christmas time, me and my family, just to using me as an example, me and my family, we just had Christmas, you know what I'm saying? Within 2 weeks, we caught a house fire. It was cold outside too. So we had to do what we had to do. We had to move in the shelter, leave some of our Christmas presents in our house and everything. And then on top of that, after a while, you know, the shelter, that mud was kind of like rough. You know what I mean? My mama going back and forth. My family, we was going back and forth to school, and you know what I mean? That mud was kind of rough. So what we did, we just stuck together. You know what I mean? People, we ended up starting sleeping in our van. You know, it was real. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to let y'all know, like, if we can do it, if me and my family went through it, and God took us up out of it, y'all gonna be all right. Just stay prayed up, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's always one day at a time. It's always somebody going through worse than you. You know what I mean? Like, it's people in this world right now doing life sentences. You know what I'm saying? They never coming home. Wish they had your opportunity. You know what I mean? But we basically all are lost, because I was too for a long time, you know what I mean? I used to ain't care about dying and none of that, but now I care, you know what I mean? I used to be getting high every day, scratching, you know what I'm saying? All that NyQuil. You always caught me with a NyQuil bottle in my pocket, you know, and I used to be proud of that little stupid stuff. But now, you know what I mean, it's time to just elevate, you know what I mean? I ain't just here to talk and try to make it seem like this is that and that. I know it's hard out here, shit. You know what I mean? It's real out here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? At the same time, you know, people say like, oh man, he just talking, he trying to be a motivational speaker. No, it's just real, it's just reality. You know what I mean? These kids they eating ramen noodles, trying to learn how to make a steak, you know what I'm saying? Like peanut butter and sandwiches and, you know, sugar bread, syrup sandwiches. I grew up on all that, you know what I mean? Sleeping on the floor with my family, you know what I mean? Yeah, I wasn't proud of it at the time. I used to be embarrassed, but that stuff made me to who I am right now, man. It made me a man, you know. Yeah. But yeah, it made me a man. So, you know, at the same time, you know what I mean, just give it to God. Give it, you know what I mean, cast your cares up on him, because he gonna be the one to see you through. Yeah, you got homeboys out here, they be like, man, yeah, this and that and all that, but they ain't really gonna be there for you, man, when you go do that time, you know what I mean? They ain't gonna be writing no kites for you, man. You know what I'm saying? This stuff real, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta deal with that. You gotta look at them walls. So, you know, when I first got my 10 years in prison, you know what I'm saying, I ain't know what to expect. You know what I mean? It was just a whole different ball game when I first crossed the yard. You know what I mean? They send you to ERDCC, that's Bonter. That's the diagnostic side. There's a lot of people over there. Like, you got people that's like, you know what I mean, parole violators, you know what I'm saying? But you got a lot of dudes over there on the diagnostic side waiting to get to a camp. So that's basically what that is. So you got people that got 30 years, 25 years, life, 10 years, 15 years, you know, all that, et cetera, et cetera. And a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, when we was coming down, I know when I'm gonna use myself for example, I didn't know what to expect, so you know what I mean, all I knew it was just, you know what I mean, have faith, because one day I'd be home, you feel me? So, you know what I mean, I had kept a smile on my face. So, with that being said, it's like, you know what I'm saying, when I crossed that yard, you know what I'm saying, you could feel like it was no hope. And we talking about bon terre, you know what I'm saying, like, and I want to get some of these dudes that I know that I've been in prison with, did time with, or just even if I didn't do time with you or been around you, I want to get y'all on Oldmann Ways so y'all can talk about y'all experience about, you know what I mean, y'all coming to prison, how it affected y'all families, and what it made, if it made y'all better or not, because that's what it's about. But like I said, when I cut across, I felt I knew it was no hope. You know what I mean? Straight up, I just knew it. I just was like, damn, man, this mud real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just see people pushing wheelchairs and all. You know what I mean? You got dudes up there living, ain't never going home, but they smiling. You know what I mean? So, man, I ain't know what to expect. All I knew is keep your head up, your chest out. You know what I mean? Look a man in his eye. You feel me? If he look you in your eye. But that wasn't even what it was caped up to be, because all you had to do is just be yourself. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these dudes don't know what it really takes for you doing time, because they never did time, just like myself. You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting to do that, but it just happened. It was just a path on my journey, on my life. I ain't proud of it, you know what I mean? But yeah, some people still call me institutionalized because I did a decade in her. Yeah, of course a man gonna be institutionalized. You got men that's doing 12 years, 15 years. They not coming back home normal. You know what I mean? And with that man saying, that don't mean that they are weird, but you have to get to understand them and know what they have to been through. Talk to them, holler at them, don't judge them. You know what I mean? You don't judge no man, you know what I mean? Because they became a man, they not a boy no more. Now I see like a lot of people, they come to a man and say, hey, my boy, hey boy, don't you know that the slave master used to use that? And I ain't trying to get into all of that, but that's what they used to call slave boy. Ain't no man, a man is a man, and a young man is a young man. But like I said, but when I hit the yard, you know, I just knew that ain't no boys on the yard. You know what I'm saying? It's all man. When you 17 years old, you's a man on the yard. So you have to keep your chin up, you know what I mean? Your family is outside living life. Your gas, she gonna do it, you know what I mean? You can't be stressing off that like I was. You know what I mean? It's just a little typical thing. So I had to learn how to jail. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, you know what I mean? I did a lot of ad-said time in the hole. I did a lot of ad-said time, you know what I mean, when I first came down. Like my first 3 years, I was just crashing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why it was happening, but it was just happening. I was just in situations that I didn't even know how the hell I was getting into. You know what I mean? I was getting in situations like, you know what I mean, basically like, you know what I mean, little bull crap. Like, and some of the cases I got free case for, but I ended up beating it in the hole. But when I was doing all that whole time, I had really got my peace, really got my sanity. I started learning myself. I used to be bitter. I used to get mad at some of my people on the street, like, oh man, they ain't real, they ain't holding it down, they woo. I was wrong. Because what I mean by that is like they was out here living their life. Now that I'm free, I see, you know what I'm saying, I was wrong, you know what I mean? Like, you know, of course you want a conversation, of course you need some money on your books, but you have to do what you have to do when you keeping your head on, when you doing time. You got to stay strong, you got to get your mind, you got to sharpen your mind. You don't go in there just you know, yeah, you go in there to demonstrate, handle your business, be a man, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna win every battle, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the battle is with yourself. You got to really get yourself together, you know what I mean? Because I used to be a straight dope fiend, you know what I mean? Love crunching down dams, you know what I'm saying? But when I got up in there, I started changing. I'm like, I was in going to 2 houses a lot, you know what I mean? I've been on every housing on the yard and everything, you know what I'm saying? Seen some of the realest of the real. Y'all know who y'all is, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta say no name, you know what I mean? But like I said though, But when I was on the yard, it was real, you know what I'm saying? And when I seen that we had like that, when it was time for holidays, I was really missing my family, you know what I'm saying? But I had to keep my chin up, you know what I'm saying? Year after year after year, it was becoming normal to me, you feel me? To where I was becoming like just jointed out. You know what I mean? Washing my clothes in trash buckets. You know what I mean? Just gelling off people trying to make my time go by. You know what I mean? Like just all the above. You know what I mean? Anything you could think about prison. It's not good, so I'm not here to glorify. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I said, whatever you feel. Anybody that I was doing time with on the yard, and however y'all feel, I got this, you know what I mean? I got this platform open up to tell y'all stories, y'all life how it was when y'all came down, you know what I mean? I will share with y'all more about my lifestyle and how when I did come on the yard, but like I said, we still trying to reach the minds of the young because we don't want to make it seem like it's just cool, you feel me? You know what I mean? Because 9 out of 10, for real, we be out here in the streets, and a lot of us black, we ain't looking for no job. We ain't looking for no job or none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We out here hustling, doing what we gotta do, which I don't even knock that because that's just part of the game. But soon we get our tails locked up and everything like that, we go work right in the kitchen for $80 a month. We go right, clean bathrooms, try to be a porter, try to make $10 a damn month. You feel me? Ain't even got our high school diploma. You know what I'm saying? We just lost, you feel me? And I saw that, man, I turned down a job that was like back in the day before I got locked up, I turned down this damn $10 an hour job at McDonald's. I told myself, I said, man, I ain't working, I already had jobs, but I ain't want to work at no McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, they say, man, you can work at this McDonald's. We pay $10 an hour. I'm like, man, I'm not putting no damn McDonald's uniform on, man. Then I gotta shave and stuff and shit like that. Trim, nah, man, I ain't doing that shit. So, man, about a month later, man. Man, I've been locked up. You heard me, man, making $25 what a damn week. I realized, like, man, I should have just went on, got that damn job, man. They was making $10 an hour. Then when I went to the joint, it wasn't even no better, man. That mother, man, I was making damn near probably $40 a month with a high school diploma, you know what I mean? And then it ain't even no guarantee you get your whole $40, because they gonna cut that, especially if you out. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, man, it's like, it's real modern day slavery, and that all you got is you and your bros. Some of your bros that's gonna keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got people you got COs, sergeants that talk to you bad, you know what I'm saying? Till you go lock down, till you go do this. It's up to you to buck on them. You know what I'm saying? That's when you see the difference between a real man and somebody just from the street. You know what I mean? Like, you gonna really see that. Like, you ain't finna just, a lot of these dudes be faking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was locked up with a lot of people. So, but at the same time, man, I'ma keep it real. You know what I mean? You out here killing everybody. You know what I mean? People, I ain't gonna tell everybody business and everything. People be crashing out here, like all of that. Even me, I was crashing. But as soon as you go right up in there, you tuck it. Like, you ain't ready to fight no sergeant. You know what I'm saying? No CO if he tell you lock down, you got all day. You know what I mean? It's different politics in there. You really have to get yourself together, though. You really have to get yourself together, like, for real. You know what I mean? If you're not ready to do all of that, then just be yourself, because it's a better world out here. I know dudes that whoop COs, you know what I'm saying? Beat them up like regular people. You know what I'm saying? Have I did it? No, I ain't do it. But I had my shares of fights and everything, though. You know what I mean? When it was time, it was time. You know what I mean? And that's just real. But at the same time, like, you know what I mean? Like, for real, man, it get real. I can't say too much on camera because I don't even rock like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, you know, get yourself together before you see the other side of that fence or the grave. Because ain't no coming back with no life sentence unless you know, if you really know the law, you in the law library working on your case. You know what I'm saying? Or if you didn't kept it solid on your case just to get back. You know what I mean? Because you don't even know these laws and these motions and people sign. I ain't know none of this stuff. and I was lost, and I started learning, I started picking up books, started reading up on everything, like, hold on, man, I'm lost in the sauce, I need to get my mind right. So, you know what I mean, me and my homeboys and them that what I was on the yard with, that's all we talked about, is how we was gonna better our life, and what we was gonna do when we get on the street, and how we was gonna proceed, and how we was gonna be better for our families, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you can make your family worse too, because you like, you doing, you know what I'm saying, like you know what I mean, from in there, you like, you kind of putting pressure on your family, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, forcing them to keep it real. You can't force nobody to keep it real, it gotta be in them, first of all. Second of all, you don't abuse your family, you know what I mean? You take everything, don't take everything for granted, but everything is a blessing, you know what I mean? That's all I got to say, everything is a blessing. And when you come home, you straight gotta learn how to learn your people all over again. When it really hurted me when I did all that damn time, and I'm keeping it real, was some of my family didn't even know who the hell I was no more. My nieces and nephews, like that shit hurted me to where I was like, I pulled up on them like, damn, yeah, I'm trying to force them to remember me. And they like, nah, I don't even know you. But you out here, but we out here, we out here, got all this, we tooted up. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. If you're gonna live, you're gonna live, but you gotta know what come with it, and I'm gonna tell you what come with it. We out here tooted up, we doing all these things up under the sun, you feel me? Saying who gangster, who not. But at the end of the day, when you go do all that time, you come back, and they ain't making no sour pity story, it's just real. Man, listen, man, my people didn't even know who the hell I was. Some of my cousins didn't even know who the hell I was. Then, I'm from a project, so it was some people down there I didn't even remember. Them niggas got older on me. That shit hurted me to my soul, because I'm like, damn, I was forgot about. You know what I mean? And some people didn't even know I was gone. Like, I had to deal with all that, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just that I conquered the struggle from prison, because I'm blessed to make it home, you feel me? I conquered it, I did that. I went in a young man with a boy mind frame, but I came out as a man, you know what I mean? But when I came home as a man, you know, I still have to learn the new society. And it is taking real time. It's taking real time, precious time, where it frustrates me, you feel me? Some people, they adapt fast. I adapt fast too. And you know what I mean, as thorough you know you is and everything, you straight gotta take your time with life. And then in life, we tend to rush things. We always rushing time. But one thing about it, time don't wait on no man. So when you know that you're not, you know what I mean, you rushing doing this, you ain't doing nothing but stressing yourself, you know? So you gotta really just live life, even when you stressing. Like, I came home, within weeks, it was a tornado. Boom. So that means that I'm still in a storm. I'm sleeping in the dark. You feel me? With my people, with candles. But I'm used to that, because I grew up like that, you know what I'm saying? Off kerosene, propane. I dropped out of school because I couldn't even keep up. You feel me? You know what I mean? My shoes used to be raggedy. Everybody had Forces and all that. I'm still wearing Reebok. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, all that. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn how to Joan, all that stuff. Like, all that molded me into who I am now. You feel me? And I know there's a lot of people out here going through, like, a lot of bull crap out here. You know what I'm saying? But you're not even thankful, you know what I'm saying? We ain't even waking up thanking God for another day. All we do is complain every day. There's people in South Africa still trying to fight for their equal rights. You know what I mean? It's kids over in the Middle East begging for something to eat, something to drink. Don't even have nothing, but here you go. You got this damn peanut butter sandwich, and you complain about it. Shit, they'll be happy to have that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just real. And then, you know, you go to prison, you know what I'm saying? You go to prison and you see the stuff on the trays, you know what I mean? And you like, damn, this is slop, you know what I mean? But you straight gotta eat this shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta eat it. You know what I mean? Just to survive, especially when you in a hole. You know what I mean? Unless you gon', you know, bust down a pack, and y'all know what I'm talking about. People that know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna get into that because that's too much, you know what I'm saying? Because people take that and be like, oh, okay, if I go in there, I'm gonna be like this, I'm gonna be like that. You don't know how you gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Then you don't even know how you gonna be when them damn people come get your ass and they interrogate you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, you just gotta be prayed up, just be you, you hear me? Like, I don't understand, you feel me? I used to be lost, you feel me? Lost in the sauce, getting high. You know what I mean? Just getting high, trying to cope with my problems and everything, stressing my family out. You know what I mean? I didn't know. You know what I mean? Didn't know that would affect my family. So what I have done is, when I went to prison, my family got locked up with me too. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize that. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't just a burden on them, but it was like life with them. Like, they got to accept that I was incarcerated. So, with that being said, before the JPay, before all that tablet stuff, we used to write letters. So, when I was going to the hole like a mud, at first, I was going to the hole like a mud, and I used to just be like, damn, how the hell I'm gonna do this damn 10? Like, you know what I mean? I got 10 years, I was stressing myself. It was something new to me. You know what I mean? And I was getting a lot of encouragement for a lot of brothers and everything. So I was just like, you know what? What it was I was like real happy to just get a letter from my people when they come through the door every day. Every certain time, when that letter come through, I was happy because I was like, damn, you know, it was that stuff took me a long way right there. I started appreciating life. But when I was on the streets, I ain't even appreciate life. I took my people for granted, even though I took care of my people and loved my people genuinely, but I still took them for granted because I used to be saying, oh, my people don't love me, this and that, you know what I'm saying? It's me against the world type stuff, right? So I was doing all of those things, but when I was in prison and I was in the hole, man, I looked up one day at myself, I said, man, you know what? Man, I was wrong as a motherfucker, man. I was wrong, you know what I'm saying? I was wrong. Like, how the hell was I thinking like that? I wasn't even thinking straight. Yeah, man, I was wrong in the mud, man. I was just like, man, wow, man. All that stuff, I was blind, you know what I mean? Blind to the fact to where I put pressure on my people, you know what I mean? Had them stressed out, but, you know what I mean? I was thanking God for all them letters and them kites, because some dudes don't receive none of those things, you know what I mean? And it's before they had the tablet, where you just had to straight just get into your books and everything. Like, you had to really be on your grind for what your mindset. Like, man, so like with that being said, it's like, man, I appreciate my peoples and them, you know what I'm saying? My mama, my sister, my brothers, all my family, everybody that contributed to my time, even though it wasn't the best. Like, sometimes I fell out with some of them, even the females that was riding the bed with me, that was in and out. You know what I'm saying? I thank y'all for that, for y'all presence of being there for me, because y'all ain't have to pick up that phone either. You know what I'm saying? And send a nigga a few dollars or so, or put some money on the phone. You know what I mean? I ain't have to do none of that, even though I felt like I was dead. I was worth it for you to do that for me, because I know when I come home, hey, it's gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, yeah, I'm be in your life forever. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get all of me. You know what I mean? But that's how a lot of us think while we in there. And now that I know, man, ain't nobody finna do no damn near 10 years with you, man. It's a whole life out here. Ain't nobody finna do no damn whole 20 years with you, man. Ain't nobody gonna do 10, 20, 30 years with you, man. You know, at the same time, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna even do no damn life with you, you know what I mean? You gotta be out your mind. So all together, you gotta really get yourself together, because you gotta do that time. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make your bed up. You gotta clean your cell. You gotta stand on all 10. Not your mama, not your brother, not nobody, but you know what I'm saying? And then some people find their spirituality in to each his own, though. You know what I'm saying? I wish all them brothers well, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, for real, some people do it from the heart, and some people, they play with it. But, you know what I mean? If you're gonna do something, you take life serious, you know what I mean? You make sure that everything is real with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we all are, to believe it or not, people out here living a facade. You know what I mean? Even in prison, it's just like just to uphold certain standards of a man, to determine, to be accepted, to be saying he a man. I don't need nobody telling me I'm a man and I'm not a man. As long as I know I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? That's all it's about. And I just want y'all to know that, like, you gotta know yourself. You know what I'm saying? How you gon' show somebody loyalty when you ain't even loyal to yourself? How you gonna say somebody else real when you ain't even real with yourself? You know what I'm saying? Look yourself in the mirror. Your identity is real. You know what I mean? Like, you can fake it like you want it. You can fake it like you AI or something. And I ain't even talking about the basketball player. You can make it seem like it's this, it's that way, or if I was this, man, all that is a facade, living reality. You know what I'm saying? For real, like, when I was like, and I'm ending with this, when I was on the yard, man, you know what I mean, one day I didn't make it to the store. I didn't make it to the store that. So, man, I just got on my hustle, I got on my grind. You know what I mean? And then, you know what I'm saying, before I got on my grind, I used to steal bread out the kitchen. And I used to buy peanut butter and jelly off canteen, and I stole bread. That's when I really knew that it was real. I stole bread. I said, man, I ain't gonna buy no bread. Bread from the, you know what I'm saying, bread from the canteen. I'm just gonna steal bread, you feel me? As long as I got peanut butter and jelly in my locker, I'ma survive like that, you know what I'm saying? I took it all the way back to the project days, actually, and you know what I'm saying? I was surviving and I was learning how to jail, you know what I mean? But it's no glorifying into that, you know what I mean? I will be talking about this more so I can help people. I'm not trying to scare nobody and I'm not trying to sound bitter, but you know what I mean? Our kids, they need help out here for real, man. And the only way you can help your kids is to help your kids for real and build a real personal relationship with them. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody perfect. We all got flaws, you know what I mean? Name me one man that ain't sin. You heard me? Name me one man that ain't been knocked down. You know what I'm saying? Name me one man that couldn't get back up, that had to get back up. You name that one person that just had a whole life that was perfect and they just ran and he just followed the yellow brick road and he saw the fucking Wizard of Oz on some real shit. And then when he seen the yellow brick, even that shit was an illusion if you watch that shit. Nigga wouldn't even know damn wizard. You know what I'm saying? They showing you that this shit is a facade. It's a puppet. Use a damn puppet. You gonna be a puppet in society. You gonna be a puppet for your homeboys. And you gonna be a puppet to yourself if you don't wake up. You know what I mean? And at the end, man, I just want to shout out to my family, you know what I mean? Shout out to my brother, you heard me, Lotto, my sisters, you know what I mean? Both my sisters, you know what I mean? My mama, my nieces, my nephews, you heard me? All my partners, you heard me, that I love, that's locked up, you know what I'm saying? That's doing time, and some of them that went back, yeah, they got my number, they called me, you heard me? I still reach back out, I still do that, you heard me? I still send dust to they can all day, you know what I mean? Real talk, and I ain't trying to prove nothing, it's just real with me, I ain't forget about the struggle. And also all my dogs out here that show me all love on with this podcast, and you know, on Facebook, I barely gonna be on Facebook, you know what I mean? I be doing me, you feel me? I don't really be on the same, but shout out to y'all, man, you know what I mean? I see y'all, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Everybody gonna have their day. As long as you stay faithful to yourself first. Stay faithful to yourself first. Know yourself. Know thyself. Be content with self. And do better for self. Love self, you feel me? And don't try to blend in. Cause you special for a reason. You know what I mean? Like I say, you know what I mean? You can't fit in every crowd. It's like me having a size pair. My right foot is a 9, but my left foot I'm wearing an 8. It ain't gonna match. I'm gonna be off balance. You feel me? I'm gonna grow corns on my left foot, and my right foot gonna be cool, but I'm still gonna be off balance. That's real. Yeah, you do the dishes with that. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? Know yourself. Yeah. With that being said, yeah, most definitely. Reality is real, you know what I mean? Live your life real. Live in reality. not that fake shit. You know what I'm saying? For real, bruh. Cause I see a lot of this shit, and I ain't talking about nobody. It's just we need to do better as people. Even when I do fake shit, I don't even like it. So I tend not to do no fake ass shit. So I tend to keep it real. But if I do some fake ass shit, you call it out and let me know I did some fake ass shit. And I'ma keep it real myself and say that was some fuck shit and fake shit. But there ain't too many people that gonna live like that because they so contented trying to be perfect. Sit your ass down, get yourself together, get your minds right. Peace.
Oh yeah, you painted the perfect picture, bro. Enough said, enough said.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? I'm that old man, you know, coming from the Peabody Projects and everything, you know. Just did 10 years, you know what I mean? But I rehabilitated myself, got my mind right, became a grown man. A lot of people know me as an old man, but I'm a new man now. So, you know what I'm saying? Reach one to teach one, you know. So, you know what I mean? There's a lot of dudes in prison trying to rehabilitate themselves. They don't praise the glorifying things that they do on the streets. You know what I mean? Don't forget about your people. Always reach back out to them. Make sure they head on straight because they need y'all. You know, all my dudes, level 5, level 2, level 1 is coming home, and a lot of dudes is never coming home. I feel y'all, you know, from everybody eating meal loaves, trying to study in the hole, all those things, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm praying for y'all. Y'all stay strong even on holidays, even go on the main line, you know? So, you know what I mean? We just thank God for everything, you know what I'm saying? All these dudes that's on the streets living that life and glorifying that life. I ain't gonna say it's really the way to go. And I can't say the streets because I know how the streets is, but at the same time, if I can reach the minds of the streets, I'm gonna tell y'all this. You know, just know what comes with it. And when it comes, when the times get hard and it's time to go face the prosecutor and the judge and all that, you gotta stay firm. Don't fold, don't bend, don't fold, you know what I mean? I took them all the way to trial, you know what I mean? Had a mistrial, and you know what I mean? I'm blessed to come home. That's it, that's that, you know?
Man, shout out to the brand, man. Hard to Smile, man. Y'all need this shit, reach out to me, you know. It's always available. I came up with this because my brother, you know what I mean? I lost him, but all the good memories keeping us smile. But all the bad memories make it hard to smile. So I came up with something called Hard to Smile, you know what I mean? And not of him, you know. So whenever you lose a close one or a relative or not, this the brand, goddamn me. You can run to the funeral and you can feel it, you know what I mean? It's here for the people. This for y'all, it ain't for me. It's for y'all, you know what I mean? So, like I said, man, Hard to Smile. R.I.P. Snake, R.I.P. Dirty. Long live T-Weezy.
Oh yeah, you painted the perfect picture, bro. Enough said, enough said.